Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, today I wanted to show you how you can have the same thing as the TRD cold air intake in your Tacoma back there for under 50 bucks. That's right, under 50 bucks. The TRD cold air intake itself, depending on where you buy it, is around $384 plus shipping. But you don't need to spend that much money unless aesthetics matter to you. I mean, if you're looking for the aesthetic value of the TRD cold air intake, then by all means, you have to buy the TRD cold air intake. You know, the red TRD lettering, the lines that go across the upper box or the cover, I guess the air box cover, then you got to spend the $384. But if that doesn't matter to you, you can have the same thing for under 50 bucks, and I'm going to tell you how. Before I do that, don't forget to go down below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So, what am I talking about? Well, there are two pieces that you need. Really only one. And this is how you can do it for under 50 bucks. The first part that you do have to have is the intake flow accelerator. And I'll leave a picture of that right here. Now, down below I'll also leave part numbers for these items if you guys are interested in picking them up. But you do need the intake flow accelerator. That's pretty simple to install. All you have to do, and I'll take you over and show you where it is here in a couple minutes, but all you have to do is follow the video that I have set up already to replace the OEM setup, I guess, with the TRD cold air intake. It'll show you the steps to get you to where you need to be to put that airflow accelerator in. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's what comes with the kit if you buy the TRD cold air intake. So that's the first thing. You need to do that. Now the second one, in my opinion, is optional, but if you want to have the exact same parts, then you would need the TRD Performance Air Filter. This is the TRD Performance Air Filter. And what it is an oiled air filter. You know, it has that oily stuff in it. I'm not sold that that's the best way to go, to be honest. And the reason for that is because I don't know that it really gives you any big advantage other than a filter that you don't have to replace later on. You're supposed to be able to rinse it off, clean it, re-oil it. It just sounds like a hassle to me, I don't know. But if you're looking to have the same thing, that's what you would need. And this is where the under $50 part comes in. If you choose to not use that, then you can go ahead and either buy a new paper air filter, you know, without the oil, or if the one that you currently have in your truck is good enough, you don't even need to do anything with it. Just reinstall the one that's in the truck, and if you do that, you can do this whole thing for under 30 bucks. Because the intake flow accelerator costs $24.52. That's all you really would need to spend if you choose to just continue with your paper air filter. However, if you do want to go with the oiled version, the TRD Performance version, that's going to cost you $55.80. So let's recap the price real quick. If you go with just the airflow accelerator and a new paper filter, that's going to cost you $44.74 combined, under 50 bucks. If you choose to go with the intake flow accelerator, which you have to have if you're going to do this, and the oiled filter, that's going to cost you $80.32 plus shipping. Still under 100 bucks to do the same thing. The savings, replacing the filters as well, is $339.26. If you're going to go with the paper filter. If you're going to go with the oil filter, you'd save $303.68 over buying the whole kit. I don't know, pretty big savings for aesthetics, but who am I to talk? I wanted the aesthetics, I spent the money. So let's go over here and look in the truck, and I'll show you where that intake flow accelerator goes. I'm assuming you know where the air filter goes, but I'll show you that as well. So let's take a walk. Okay, we're over here at the truck. You guys can see the cold air intake that I have in mind. It is the TRD cold air intake, along with all the nice red colors and all that good stuff. But again, if you're not interested in that and you want to maintain the stock or OEM look, you don't have to replace any of that. Just use what you have. So I did bring the existing end that goes on the lower part of the airbox with me. That's because that part right there is what you're going to replace. And what you're going to replace it with is this rubber intake flow accelerator that you see right here. Now this part, the one that's on there right now, we'll just set that right up there, just pulls off the bottom of the airbox down there. So you just pull that off. It's easy to do. And there is, again, a video out there that I have that shows this install. So I'll show you how to do that in the video if you're interested in doing this. And then you would put this intake flow accelerator, you actually insert that into the hole that's in the fender. And that's where this fit before, like so. It actually fit in like that. You would put this intake flow accelerator in that hole, and then you slide the little lip that's in the bottom of the airbox here into that grommet. It just slides right in, pretty darn simple. And then you would go ahead and put your airbox cover back on, your existing OEM, and that's just a matter of threading it back onto the throttle body over here. It's very simple to do. You don't even have to remove these. Just a couple other things that you take off. Again, very simple. Anybody can do it. And then, of course, Car Mechanics 101, I guess. The air filter is located here underneath the airbox cover. You just flip these two little holders here, or clamps. This lifts up, and then you would put your new air filter in there. And you can actually do that while you have the top of it off, since you're going to have to take this off to go ahead and pull the airbox on the bottom to be able to put the new intake flow accelerator in under there. Otherwise, it's pretty simple. I can't imagine this job would take any more than probably half an hour, maybe not even that much, and it'll save you a lot of money. So there you have it. That's all it takes. For under 50 bucks, maybe even under 30, you can have the same setup that I have in the truck back there, less the aesthetics. I think it's worth it, even if you just want to try it out to see if you notice any kind of a difference in your truck. I mean, for a little bit of time and potentially less than 30 bucks, you can find out before investing the $384 if in the end you want to go all the way, or even go to a cold air intake from a different manufacturer. And the sky's the limit when you do that. You can spend tons and tons of money, much more than what I spent on the TRD cold air intake in my Tacoma. So, to recap, do I recommend the TRD cold air intake? If you're looking at aesthetics, absolutely. If you're only looking to mirror the performance, if you will, or the claimed performance of the cold air intake, then absolutely not. I would spend no more than 80 bucks for the whole thing, you know, the intake flow accelerator and the oiled filter, if you really want to test it out the way that you'll have it if you went with the TRD cold air intake. Then I would go ahead and do that first. See if you notice anything, see if you like it, and if you want to really go budget, just put in the intake flow accelerator and be done with it. And you'll have to do that anyway if you decide to go with a cold air intake down the road. At least I assume some kind with any cold air intake that you might buy. So you'll have that part done, and all you'll have to mess with is the top part, and that's it. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What do you think? And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day.